Right, guys, welcome to Tango's TikToks. Let's see what our weird world has got for us today.
Okay, guys, is it just me, or does everything feel weird? Like, I can't be the only one that feels like this. I'm out walking my dog right now, and I just began to wonder and think, that how are we already halfway through the current year? That doesn't even make much sense at all. Like, how are we already halfway through the current year? Everything just feels weird. Everything just feels off. People don't even feel the same. Like, nobody really feels the same. Like, am I the only one that feels like this? I can't be the only one that feels like this. Again, just bear with me. I'm walking my dog, so yeah. But everything just feels bizarre. Like, I can't put my finger on it. It's just like the weather seems confused. Animals seem confused. Like, I don't really know what more to add to any of that. It's just everything feels fake. Okay.
I'll tell you what, it does have a point. I mean, I just woke up, we were having this conversation yesterday with my wife. We're halfway through the year already. When did that happen? When did that happen?
We have a documentary that is about to drop on YouTube, and it is called TMZ Investigates Who Really Killed Michael Jackson. Now, as you know, I think, TMZ broke the story of Michael Jackson's death. It was a big story for us, but we didn't stop there. We followed this story every day, every hour, and there were twists and turns in this story. You know that Dr. Conrad Murray was found guilty of manslaughter and went to prison for it because he's the doctor who allowed Michael Jackson to die basically from propofol, a propofol overdose. Well, that happened, but I got to tell you, I covered this case top to bottom. And yes, Dr. Murray was there when Michael Jackson died. But to say that Conrad Murray was the one really responsible for Michael Jackson's death, I don't think is fair. I don't think it's accurate. And I think a lot of people got away with a lot with Michael Jackson, and his death, sadly, was inevitable. I say that because Michael Jackson had a long-term addiction to various drugs, including Demerol. And there was a very famous dermatologist in Beverly Hills named Arnie Klein who would inject Michael in his office every day and basically just get him high on Demerol and make all sorts of pretend excuses on why he was doing it, to a point where people got so suspicious he ended up using a gynecologist's office in the same building and would inject Michael there. There were a bunch of doctors who were fueling Michael Jackson's addiction. Michael Jackson had 19 aliases to get drugs. It is a crazy story where when you listen to it, even the guy who was the homicide detective in charge of the case says it really is unfair to nail Conrad Murray for what happened here. We speak with him as well. We talk to a lot of people, including...
I'm sorry, I don't believe this guy. I mean, how is it possible that everybody can get fentanyl and heroin and cocaine and all this stuff, yet Michael Jackson has to go into an office every day and get injected with Demerol or whatever it's called? It just doesn't make one bit of sense to me. Especially the fact that Michael Jackson has got so much, had so much money. I mean, people just won't leave this alone. Let the guy rest in peace. Let him rest in peace. Enough.
The back, it had all these different inventions. And what I found was water turbines and engines which were recharging themselves. This was 1897. Engines which are recharging themselves using static fields. You could take an X-ray, you could light up a school, you could light up a house using static fields. Now, it's interesting because all of that technology has all vanished, but publicly in Scientific American, they would put all the different inventions on here for people to invest into or for people to look into. But over time, because people have forgot and been taught something by John D. Rockefeller and the Rothschilds, they don't know that this technology exists. So they're dependent on the information which they've been taught and sold by the school system. That's for sure. You can just see the Parthenon. Here we go. That's the Parthenon, and that's in Tennessee right there. That looks like some Roman buildings, right? Sure doesn't look like what we've been kind of sold, that's for sure. But they said all these buildings were temporary. That's what's funny. They told us they were all temporary buildings. They just threw them up. All those buildings, those are all just temporary. Paper mache. The back, it had all these different...
They found the body of Jesus in Egypt in a hidden chamber. Well, how about we see what Jesus himself has to say about it? If they say they found me in the desert, do not believe them. Where did they say they found him? The desert in Egypt. But hold up, what was the second part of that verse again? If they find him in a secret chamber, do not believe it. And where did they say they found him? A secret chamber. Hold up a minute. Okay, hold up. No, seriously, hold up. So you're telling me if I actually read the Bible, then I'll be able to tell what's true and what's false.
Well, it's almost like, whoever released this information, they found the body of Jesus, has read the Bible and is just basically trolling everybody. But, what do I know?
What if God is actually the villain and this world is a cosmic prison that's patrolled by evil spirits that feed off your ignorance and fear? That your religion, education, culture, everything was designed to keep you a spiritual slave, asleep and divided, easy to control. And what if I told you there's an ancient gospel that was lost for 1600 years that reveals how to break free and protect yourself from these dark forces? A gospel that says that Jesus didn't come to be worshipped, he came to teach you how to become Christ. And the church, they did everything in their power to bury it. They called it heresy, burned the scrolls. They hunted down everyone who knew the truth. Why? Well, this contains a secret ritual so powerful it can make you invisible to demonic forces. A ritual that reunites your fragmented soul and turns you into a divine being. Sound crazy? This isn't just another edgy YouTube video. This is a battle for your soul. You're not here by accident. And by the end of this, you'll understand why this forbidden knowledge will change your life forever. My name is Morg. I'm an ex-Christian revealing hidden knowledge to wake up the world, and in this video I'm going to show you how evil spirits called archons are ruling your mind, why the god of this world is actually the enemy, not the savior, what this secret bridal chamber ritual really is, and why it makes you immune to spiritual control, and how the Gospel of Philip teaches you not to worship Christ, but to become Christ. Still think this is just a video? This is a war. So if you're brave enough to look behind the curtain, to question everything you were told was holy, and to reclaim your divine power right now, then keep watching. Because once you hear this, there's no going back. Let's pull back the veil and meet our villains, the archons. So who are they, and how are they screwing with your mind every single day? Well, this comes from an ancient text called the Gospel of Philip. It was buried for over 1600 years and rediscovered in 1945 near Nag Hammadi, Egypt, along with dozens of other Gnostic writings.
Hold on a second. The Gospel of Philip. I mean, what? Like, where did they come up with these names? Philip. I thought Philip was an English name. 1600 years ago. Were they even speaking English? Jesus' times, they were speaking Aramaic. I don't think there was a name Philip. How does this even work? What are these people on? What are these people on? Does anyone else know about this? This doesn't make sense to me at all. Yeah, Egypt and Gnostic writings and all that stuff. I can understand that, but the thing of Philip, the gospel. Let's watch a bit more.
The Gnostics were early Christians who believed that salvation came from inner knowledge, or gnosis, not obedience or belief. They saw the world as a spiritual trap and Jesus as a
Well, the Bible does say, know thyself. Know thyself. Once you know yourself.
liberator, not just a sacrifice. And this gospel, it's a manual for defeating the archons and protecting your soul. See, the ancient Gnostics believed that our world is basically a cosmic hoax, a kind of spiritual prison controlled by evil beings they called archons. And who's the chief archon? God. See, in their eyes, a false creator god called the demiurge and his archon.
So, yeah, I don't think I'll go any further with this video, but just, I never did think that this world was real. I never did think that this world was real. I mean, there's some out of this world stuff going on lately. Out of this world.
All right, gang.
All right, gang, we made it to Cyprus. First impressions? Hot sand, and even hotter looks from the locals. I swear I saw someone drop their frappy.
So I came to pet one cat. I'm now their leader. Or prisoner. Honestly unclear.
We're nearly at the top of Mount Olympus. No gods yet, just goats and gravel. But the air's pure and my thighs are burning in the best way. I stood here for 30 seconds and got 5 selfies, 2 hugs, and 1 woman gave me €1. I'm basically a national treasure now.
Cypriot tip, pistachio, rosewater, and carob?
Yes.
All at once?
Maybe.
All melting faster than my dignity?
Definitely.
Turns out, SPF 50 and fur don't mix. I look like a Yeti covered in cake icing.
Mountain biking, they said. Scenic, they said. Oh, no, a tree. Finally, someone who understands big ears and stubborn energy. I'm taking this guy back to the forest. Let's never do that again. Ever. This mama's been doing this for millions of years. Much respect.
Fruity. Complex. I came here for meze, but they gave me a second family. I don't think I'm allowed to leave. Cyprus, where you meet extended family in unexpected places.
Though Cyprus wasn't just a holiday, it was a warm hug in the form of sunshine, olives, and unexpected friendships. From ancient ruins to sea caves, every stumble, snack, and sunset reminded me that even a big hairy creature in a Hawaiian shirt can feel right at home. The locals smiled, the goats tolerated me, and the cats, well, they claimed me. I came looking for beaches and baklava, but I'm leaving with stories stitched into my fur and a heart full of island magic.
It's time to say goodbye to this sunny, sizzly island of magic, mosaics, and mystery meat. It's time. Me, this bag, and a belly full of lucumades are heading home.
Yes. Good job. I really enjoy those new videos now, with these talking animals and stuff. There's loads of them now. I like these baby ones. I might do some reactions to that as well. These baby ones, they make me laugh. They crack me up. It's a little bit of light-hearted fun, just to make you laugh. Anyway, from here in sunny Cyprus, have an amazing day. This is Lawrence with Tango's TikToks. I'm going to try and get some more videos in and let's see what happens. And have an amazing day. Bye.